Alright, but before we head into... Oh.
Soleanna's lab is underneath the castle.
I guess the developers really like this particular NPC.
Seriously, she's the only one who speaks vocally. Also, we're in 60 frames per second now.
Well, that's because right now there's not that much going on. But don't worry, Jova. The frame rate will continue to drop at very regular intervals. Go ahead, too.
Hey, did you know the legend of Soleanna's ring?
No, not more rings. No.
Long time ago, there was a guy called Mel's, I think. He went through all the rings in the castle town in 5 minutes.
Well, good for him. Look, can I?
Incredible speed. Don't you think? What? You think you are fast? Seriously, who did that spacing?
So, these people have never... Okay, seriously, some people have heard of Sonic, yet some clearly have not, apparently.
And there's this guy Mel's, the Soleanna running legend, who we'll never meet, by the way.
Really?
Let's go through all rings in 5 minutes. Go through rings as fast as you can. Easy.
Well, in that case, I kind of doubt Mel's really is that much of a running legend because, really, 5 minutes
is a long time.
5 minutes is a long time to complete this side mission. That will give you a D rank, most likely.
I guess it was fast for a human, you know.
So you're telling me that this human knew of the homing attack as well?
Mel's knew how to jump off of a springboard in the exact same proper way, ran through a dash pad.
I'm pretty sure if a normal human ran through this stuff, their legs would be broken.
But Pedro, I gotta express a bit of disappointment though. You didn't throw in a Superman 64 bit of music whenever you started.
No, that joke has been done to death at this point.
Yeah, but it's still funny.
Debatable.
I'll just say solve my maze, Sonic, and we'll be done with it.
Yeah, because I mean everybody has done the whole Sonic goes looking for rings, just like everybody's already done that joke. It's just too easy.
Actually, considering the recent spate of remakes / remasters we're having at the minute, tell me you guys wouldn't be surprised if we eventually had a remake of Superman 64 at some point.
Hasn't the thing been that we've been getting remakes of games that were actually good though?
Joe, we're getting a sequel to Shaq Fu.
Not a remaster remake.
Dwibs, we're talking about remasters and remakes.
Anyway,
pretty sure there have been one of the bad games at some point.
Anyway, this mission is exactly as you described. Just go for rings, and as you notice, I still have. There you go. I made it in less than a minute. So Mel's, you fucking suck. Good day, sir.
But Pedro, Mel's died for our sins.
Unless he didn't use jump pads, instead climbed the buildings.
Yeah.
Oh, you really did it. Oh no.
Wait, oh my god, there's an actual different animation for NPCs?
Yeah.
Oh, you're the blue hedgehog who tried to flirt with Princess Elise? No wonder you're so fast.
No.
Well, that's the
Turns
thing.
out the fastest thing alive.
Don't feel bad, Joe. Considering most people skip these town missions, obviously a lot of people miss these extra animations.
No. I get that, but the fact that there's actually a different animation for NPCs that's not, you know, the normal motions we've been seeing before, and yet this is where they chose to stick it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because, you know, look, anyone who's playing for the story will probably be hurrying, but, you know, I won't complain about the story-wise because it's side quest stuff. Gameplay stories took a Gushin.
So the story sucks anyway.
Alright, so now that we're done with that mission...
Don't worry, Dwibs. There's still some more stupidity left in Sonic's story.
Alright, Jova, ask and you shall receive. Now we're gonna buy the rest of the gems.
Oh, boy.
When I played this game, I didn't bother with the gems at all.
But the gems are the best thing in this game.
You're doing yourself a disservice because, look, part of the reason...
I know.
Part of the reason Sonic is one of the
Sky Gem. Wait, is Sky Gem the one that lets you go out into space?
Yeah.
The infinite jumping?
The purple gem is the one with infinite jumping. Anyway, here's the basic gist of it. The yellow gem creates the Thunder Shield. However, it's nowhere near as useful as the Thunder Shield in Sonic 3. So, it does attract rings to you, but it doesn't protect you from anything.
It's also making a very annoying noise.
Yeah.
It's almost as silly as the sound you get used for. You have.
All right, here's the Sky Gem.
Sonic Adventure 1.
Let's demonstrate.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Let's demonstrate the Sky Gem.
I don't remember this one.
Basically, you throw you throw this thing,
Oh wait, nope, yep.
and you get pulled to it eventually. Just wait.
Any minute now.
The problem is that the problem is that this
the
sky gem.
incinerated in the sun.
The problem is that sometimes it just doesn't work. It's really
And the camera doesn't agree with you. Apparently.
it's sometimes it doesn't work. Surprisingly, I don't quite know. Anyway, and here's the purple gem. It turns you mini, just like in Sonic CD.
The purple gem is officially the most broken thing.
Yes,
because
aside from making
Except nowhere near as adorable.
aside from having mini, you have an infinite double jump, which completely breaks the game.
And if I
Also,
recall
can you
correctly-
turn the shield off for a moment? Because
And if I recall correctly, you can't get hurt. But yeah, don't you love it, Shuri? Because the energy does not run out, you can actually use some of these powers simultaneously.
Yeah.
oh, it's great.
Great, now Sonic's completely broken.
But so Pedro, are you gonna show off the wind gem? You know, a light gem, I think.
The wind gem, I've already demonstrated that previously. All it does is create a tornado. It's useless, really.
Whoa, Pedro! It actually helps you mop the floor with silver, boss side wise.
Don't
Eh.
touch the water.
I already got an S rank without it anyway, so...
Pedro,
What?
whatever you do, don't touch the water. You'll kill everyone on it.
Why would somebody be in the water?
Nothing, and nothing in
in
value was lost. Go ahead, too.
Well, then again, they're on wooden boats.
What the-
So.
Go ahead,
Most
Tech.
excellent. I'm Berluni. I'm a jeweler in Sonic. Bob Hoskins, what are you doing here?
No, Teo, it's Berluni. It's an Italian name, so go ahead.
No, it's not.
So we've
it's not?
seen Mario
Also-
look alike, and we've
I'm
seen
sorry.
Hang on. Is it Baruni or Balloon?
Yeah, like his name is literally different.
crap.
Okay, what?
Okay.
He looks like the Mario from the Mario movie.
It's like
Yeah.
well,
Bob
that's what I said. Bob
I-
Hoskins. It's just
I
like
have had 10 billion rings, making me the richest man in Soleanna. Hey, that's what I do the game. I will hide 100 rings all over Soleanna. Oh no.
Oh dear.
You can't find them all, you can have them. How about it? Do you want to
Just-
try it?
You got billions of rings, and you're only giving us.
There's only 99 rings, I have one in my pocket.
yeah, he's thinking this supposedly, but fortunately we can read his thoughts somehow. So
Don't you see, I have advanced mental abilities. That's why I'm also able to store the chaos emeralds in my mind when I need them.
Shouldn't be
Phoenix,
Silver
is that
doing
you?
this. It would make more sense if it was Silver doing this.
the 100
That's a-
forgotten rings.
Who's the Phoenix you're talking about, Chiroy? Named Sonic.
Sonic the
Right.
Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sonic's my name, speed my game.
Yeah, and I'm Knuckles.
Gotta go fast.
Go ahead.
You're on. Let's start with the 100 ring collecting
Wait,
game.
so I guess
Yeah.
it is Baruni, Balloony.
It's
Whatever, this is baloney.
yeah. We'll call him Baloney because he's fat.
Okay. So seriously, first we saw a Mario lookalike with the accordion player, and now we see a Bob Hoskins.
All right, like he said, find 100 rings within the
I
time
think you
limit.
should call him Baloney because he's full of shit.
This is
So
where
this
the
is-
Thunder Shield is obviously useful in this mission. However,
You missed what?
well, actually,
It doesn't look like it's doing anything.
exactly.
No.
Yeah, now that I remember, yeah. That's the thing.
Shouldn't they be
You
attracted?
would think the rings would be attracted to you, but no. But they turned it off for the
Oh,
side
God.
mission, apparently.
Also, that change in perspective in angle is terrible.
Not just that,
Also,
Teo.
I'm pretty sure you just phased through a couple of them.
No, it's not that, Shiroi. The problem is that if you put yourself right at the very top of these things in the buildings, the game goes the camera goes completely ape shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, though, again, guys, so we've seen a Mario lookalike with the accordion player, and we see a Bob Hoskins lookalike. We're in a game where the princess is constantly being moved to another new location. Is this game trying to tell us something?
Yes.
Is it just Sonic's way of mocking Mario that Sonic has a better movie career so far?
Yeah,
And
that
that's
is-
saying something.
Yeah,
Oh, like-
the worst movie that Sonic's been in is Ready Player One, and even then, that's miles ahead of the Mario Brothers movie.
Like, Ready Player One isn't even bad. In fact, I find it good. It's lacking in some things, but it's good. Not
How's
bad.
the book, if anyone knows?
Trust me, Joey, the movie improved immensely. The book is
Which is
just
funny because-
boring.
Which is funny because the writer of the book co-wrote the movie.
I guess
Well,
Warner Bros.
to be
kept him on
fair,
the
it
issue.
had years to improve, and yeah, like Tia said, one of the
It might have been the co-writer.
Like I said, Teo, standing on this particular part of the buildings makes the camera go ape shit for some reason. I don't
I can see
understand.
that.
Also, Pedro sure is right. You did face through a few of those rings.
Yeah.
Jesus, man.
This mission is just. This mission is just.
you did it again.
This mission is just boring. Seriously, you're just.
Oh, I wish it was just boring. If you're playing, it's just enraging. Like,
How
seriously.
horrible they actually were. I mean, at least collecting the ring missions were fine in the casino, whatever the fuck it was called from Sonic Heroes.
Casinopolis.
Wait. Sonic Heroes.
Casino Park.
Casino Park.
There we go. And Bingo Highway, why
Like,
not?
let's think about this from Sonic's perspective. Hey, wait a minute. I usually get 100 rings just to get an extra life. Why the heck am I doing a special side quest
Also,
for them?
random bonus point
Oh! Whoa! Careful not to fall.
rings. Be careful not to fall here.
Hey, Sonic, why are you wearing your slippery shoes today?
I don't know, Tails. Where the hell are you?
Yeah, where the hell are you?
I'm trying to improve my acting, Sonic, but it's not working.
He's slipping through the floor again.
Also. Well, normally I can
99, and the final one is in this box, which is this box is supposed to be his pocket, I guess.
Whoa,
Oh my
Sean,
God.
What's the reason of
Wait,
Oh,
busting
just
up
a
something
single-
like that?
Wait, don't
Because
you
he's
see,
trying
guys?
to hide
That,
it, you
don't you
asshole.
see, guys? That box is his pocket.
Of course it is.
Because we couldn't actually make an animation for Sonic noticing it's in his pocket. It's in the box.
You didn't find that. What? You did? That's impossible.
Wait, are you saying
not
you
even lying.
scattered them around just for fun? To mess
Yeah.
with people?
Well, yeah, he
Yeah.
made that clear from the beginning.
Oh,
I
this-
drew the last one from my pocket.
So the last one dropped from his pocket into that big box.
Fine, take all the rings. Thank you, that is right, the only big second richest man in the city.
Maybe you should actually, I don't know, do something productive with your time instead of wasting my time.
Although, what's sad is I think he's the funniest NPC. So
And now he's
And
talking
now
to
he's talking to some woman?
Hey,
Maybe that's his wife or something.
Yes.
Who, Pauline?
Rella, pizza mozzarella. That's a JoJo reference, by the way.
No. She was busy rehearsing for Jump Up Superstar.
I'm surprised you're making
Alright,
JoJo
now,
Okay,
before, there is one more side mission we have.
Ah, the box region!
The
That's
song
right.
was
the
so elaborate, it
region.
took 11 years to practice.
Anyway, there is one more side mission with Sonic. However, Sonic's final side mission is only available after you finish Sonic's campaign. So I'm cutting ahead to after the game is finished, much like Johnny did in his LP, so I can show you guys the mission before we move on to Aquatic Base.
Yeah, I'll admit, that's one thing I didn't even like about the first Sonic Adventure game, how they don't even give you the ability to replay scenes, you know?
This
It's like,
place
well,
is
you have
huge
to
and
start a
boring.
new save file. Hey, this is one place where the Mock Street gem comes in handy, sure, right?
Yeah.
Too bad you had to
Although,
go
have
leave
fun playing this as Silver in this very godforsaken area. And welcome to Twinkle Park. Sorry, we had to borrow this from Twinkle Park because we're too
Go ahead,
cheap.
Shirai.
Oh, please help me. Eggman's mech suddenly attacked me. Where the fuck are they?
Wait,
Where and why?
And
Also-
who are you?
Oh,
They're invisible.
remember from the cutscene, Tio, she's one of the
Teo,
ladies
just pretend that they're there.
I am terribly sorry, but you seem very strong. Can you please escort me to the castle?
Wait.
Sonic looks incredibly...
All that I ask, Gabe, these terrible games, is to show me what I'm supposed to look at. That's all I'm asking. Why is that such a hard thing to do, Gabe?
So let me get this straight. The mission for after you beat the story mode is helping the other lady in waiting from that cutscene.
Yeah.
Oh, the robots are after me. Please take me to the
Where-
castle town.
Again, why are the robots even
Is
after her? Like, I mean,
If Eggman's perfected the art of invisible robot, why don't you just use them to kidnap police? Then Sonic couldn't see it coming.
Not just
Maybe-
that,
Also
but
not-
again, like Jova just said, why are the robots of Eggman even bothering with this bitch?
it's like how in Silver Story we have to protect the other lady in waiting with the glasses. Oh wait, where's that Shadow Story? Whatever. The one who apparently knows the secret.
Actually, that's Anna, the researcher. We'll get to her. Anyway,
Also, that line in the beginning is like, you look strong. It's like Sonic looks flimsy as shit.
Oh, never mind. You're right. It's weird though. She's one of the ladies side by side with Elise. Yet she's
yeah,
a researcher.
in that cutscene.
Oh my god, I just remember Pedro. The reason I thought she was a lady in waiting is because she actually is described as a lady in waiting in one scene, but then she's referred to as a researcher in Shadow's story.
No, Jova. The one in Shadow's story is different. She even has a different character model and everything. She's supposed to be a researcher.
No. She's the same. Wait, hold on. Then maybe I'm thinking of Silver's story. All I know is that in some other Hedgehog story, you have to also protect the same girl with the glasses.
You know something I...
Well, Shroy, that was the theme with this game. We got 3 hedgehogs side by side by side.
You know something I just thought of?
Got knocked out?
You know something I just thought of? Around this time, 2006 to around 2008, it's a pretty weird time for the Sonic, because they have games that kept bouncing between 360 and PS3 and PS2. Kept bouncing back and forth between different console generations.
And Wii. Anyway,
maybe Eggman's
we was in the same generation. We was in the same generation as PS3 and Xbox One. There's more PS2 that was more weird.
Anyway, the basic gist of this mission. This mission is exactly what you're thinking. Basically, just keep killing all the enemies before the enemies kill her because she has a life bar. So basically, this is a glorified escort mission.
I love how she actually has an animation for getting knocked down, and yet the other woman doesn't. And again, she gets hit with missiles, and she just gets knocked down. What the heck are you putting in your supplements, woman?
Okay, then let's move on.
More robots, yay!
Why do they use like the same music track for most of the mission?
Because
laziness.
Yeah.
It's just a shame because there's some music that went unused.
Really?
Yeah. Are you surprised at this point with this game too?
No, surely not.
Well, a lot of games have music tracks that are just unused. It's not
Yeah. But yeah, maybe these robots are invisible.
Oh, you mean kind of like the 80% of the soundtrack of Reference to Fs, considering the 2 tracks are used at nauseam.
Yeah.
Anyway, though, maybe these robots really are invisible, considering how they magically appear out of nowhere like that.
And also, I love how the best way to actually target them is just by looking at the radar rather than the actual map.
God help you if they pop right on top of you.
Oh shit.
So, basically the yellow rhinoceros are the leaders, so get those. There we go.
There's some robots behind you.
I know, don't worry.
As in, they're attacking the NPC.
Don't worry.
The NPC who's too stupid to run and hide.
Well, apparently she...
Why is she... If she's the lady in waiting, why is she even here? Why shouldn't she be at the palace?
Yeah, and again, it's like the other lady in waiting who you have to protect as Silver. Again, yeah, she also gets attacked after Elise gets kidnapped again, so...
I mean, this takes place after Sonic's story, like you said, so yeah, they should be back with Elise.
Well, okay, maybe this doesn't take... Actually, does this take place after Sonic?
Yeah, remember, Jova, you can only access this side mission after completing the campaign.
Okay. I guess I just meant like chronologically. Can we assume that this actually does happen before the egg carrier bit?
Go ahead.
Oh, thank you. Sonic, I think the robots were after the lady in waiting, Anna.
Yeah, see?
Never mind, Anna. Never mind, Anna is the... now I'm the one confusing things. But, so basically what you're telling me is that this mission was a waste of my time, and even the game admits it.
Because at this time, it's either Silver or Shadow who's rescuing Anna. Go on.
Don't you just love it when the game outright gives you the middle finger and laughs in your face?
A lot of games do that.
And now there's several ladies in waiting here cheering us on.
Where did you all come from?
Go Sonic! Go Sonic! Go Sonic!
Shut up.
Surprisingly, this mission requires 40,000 points instead of the usual 30,000 that all other side missions from Sonic
the
require.
One.
I guess.
Okay. So that answers my question because chronologically, that has to be happening the same time that.
Jova.
Yeah, either you're looking for the Soleanna laboratory. I'm not actually sure, but when the 3 sounds chime, the royal family's secret door will open. They say.
We couldn't just move forward to aquatic base. We have to do
I wonder if they're talking about the bells all around town.
We couldn't just move forward to the next level. Nah, that would be too simple and straightforward. Let's Dang
it! What was up with that invisible wall?
Let's try that again.
No, Sonic, you missed, and
actually, there was an invisible wall that screwed me over, Droves. Anyway, again, why do we need to go around the city and find these bells? Well, I'm gonna use a sky gem, I guess.
You know what's sad though? It's not even really that big a challenge because they literally spelled it out. Oh, I wonder if they're talking about the bells.
Wink, wink.
That's like a joke that a Let's Player makes. But no, they literally say, I wonder if they're talking about the bells. Well, no crap, they're talking about the bells.
It's abundantly... you know what's interesting? For the last 2-3 weeks, I've been playing Ni no Kuni 2 non-stop. In a way that this game absolutely takes pleasure in wasting your time. It's interesting because Ni no Kuni 2 is kind of the opposite of that, whereas Ni no Kuni 2 is designed in a way that to waste as little of your time as possible, particularly in the way the world map is designed. So it's kind of interesting how the
waste your time because it's not dark country.
Well,
yeah,
that
honestly,
too, yes, but
honestly, that doesn't even seem to really be that much of a factor from what I hear.
You are in the bells. Now where to?
Now we go to the one of the various roads right there, and the gateway to the next level should be open if we did this properly.
Yeah, should be, providing the game isn't glitched again.
So apparently I was right though, because so chronologically, that mission, the last mission in Sonic Story, takes place during the time when. Oh God, is it Silver or Shadow who's rescuing Anna?
Jova, trying to make sense of this story is an exercise in futility. You might as well give up.
Well, okay. When it comes to placing when things happen chronologically, I can do that just fine, I mean, it's essentially Sonic Adventure. Stuff from one player's campaign is happening during another player's campaign. Now, the plot holes will come, but I'll make sure to point those out.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have the most boring music track in the game.
Definitely.
I have no
idea what's Uncle Johnny sees in this track.
Seriously, for some reason, this particular level and music get praise.
They do? I don't...
Yes! They
do. That's over this track.
I cannot for the life of me remember this track ever.
By the way, those lasers are completely pointless.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I like it, but if I were to make a ranking for my top songs in this game, this wouldn't touch it.
When it comes to the level itself, I guess people praise it because it has that countdown factor and that you're racing.
It's as bland as any given Hedgehog level, I think.
Yeah, I think the reason people really praise this level as well, aside from the music, is because I guess it's a sense of urgency that you're trying to get onto the egg carrier. However, here's my thing, though. Okay, so we have a sense of tension whatsoever.
The train was more urgent.
Or, look, if they wanted to give a sense of tension, why not give us a time limit, like,
Oh, hi, Tails, you're suddenly here again?
Hey, Tails, where the heck have you been?
There are a lot of songs in the Sonic series.
Hey, Sonic, look at this!
No.
Invisibility!
No, Dwebs, remember, it's Amy Pallen's Tails. You have to be a bit more high-pitched.
I know that's what I'm doing.
I think you're sounding a bit... you're not high-pitched enough. Like, you have to sound... Sonic!
Okay, let me try again.
Hey, Sonic! Look! I can be invisible again!
That better?
I thought it was Amy who could be invisible in.
Yeah, it's Amy that
if my voice goes any higher, it will...
Does the whole invisibility for Amy got
Let me see.
back from something?
Nobody knows where it came from, Tim. It has nothing to do with her character. It makes no sense, and it's stupid, and it never came back for that reason.
What the hell is wrong with this game?
Were you trying to do Amy Pallen's voice there for a second?
Wait, no, Clips, that was actually me that went all high like that.
I thought it was
Isn't this like the second time you've confused my voice with Jopa's?
It's because I have a high rating.
Deji once confused.
Oh, guys, look. If I get on the spot, Well, we could use the ball to get over there, but fuck that! Let's use the purple gem and just fly over it!
Okay, now folks.
This is the one instance where I wish I bought the gems because I tried to do this legitimately and fuck that noise.
Don't worry! Don't worry, Sherry. We'll have to do it legit anyway when we play for the stage of Shadow and Silver.
Can I, Pedro, can I please just do Kate Higgins or Colleen Villard's voice for Tails instead? Because doing Amy Plant, because doing Amy Plant, well, not only hurts my.
Let me try that again because
not only hurts my. Amy Plant's voice not only hurts my ears, but it's hard to keep up.
I know. I'm gonna start over because I need to start the thing with a bit of momentum. Otherwise, it will be really slow. But now I've done it properly. Keep going.
Yeah. I mean, hey, dudes, you can leave Amy Palant's Tails to me or Shiroy.
Who needs the ball? Let's just fucking screw attack jump our way out of this.
But yeah, anyway,
I'm the actual girl here, so.
Yeah.
True. Shiroy's the actual girl, so of course, it's trademark to have the actual girl voice the preteen boy.
And
Suddenly Tails.
It also works out pretty well because I also can't do boy voices like Amy, so there we go.
Yeah.
Honestly, Shiroy, if you ask me, Amy Palant can't do voices, boy voices at all. No, I'm sorry.
That's why I'm saying I'd probably be the best Tails here because I can't do no voices either.
You know what's sad?
I don't know, Shiroy. You can actually do a pretty good Franziska.
You know what's
Franziska's a woman.
Let us finish. Go ahead.
You know what's interesting?
Yeah.
Sure.
But twins, look at all those Eggman robots.
Charmy's voice actress for Sonic Hero sounded more masculine. She was a girl too.
Yeah.
Really? I actually thought that Charmy was a girl from that voice.
No,
it sounds more masculine.
Well, I know that true. I'm just talking about when I first played Sonic Heroes, which was my first ever 3D Sonic game. I thought Charmy was a girl.
Well, I'm okay with how high-pitched his voice is because, he's 6 years old.
6 years old, yeah.
Tails is 8.
Yeah.
Let's just say Kate and Colin are excellent as Tails anyway, so fortunately we don't have to deal with Amy Plant anymore.
And Sonic.
Although honestly, I'm not sure what's worse. Amy Plant or the voice actor for Tails and Sonic Heroes.
For the record, I don't have anything against Amy Plant. I'm sure she's
nothing against her at all, personally. It's just I don't like her Tails voice. Except in Unleashed.
Not just that, it's not even just her boy voices. I genuinely don't think she's a very good actress in general, honestly.
She can do better as girls, I'll give her that.
Honestly,
I don't know, Joe, but I think she's really bland as Taya, if you ask me.
No, she wasn't Taya.
Oh, she wasn't Taya?
No, it was Amy Birnbaum that was,
Who did she play in Yu-Gi-Oh?
I don't know, but, honestly,
I played Rebecca in Yu-Gi-Oh!
I think Palant's best Tails.
Tail was Lisa Ortiz, wasn't it?
Was in the baseball episode.
No. Amy was Lisa Ortiz too.
No, I mean Tail in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Why was Lisa Ortiz? Oh, okay.
I was just saying. I think Amy Palant's best Tails performance was in the baseball episode in Sonic.
I enjoyed that episode.
Yeah.
Let me explain this, by the way, because this is annoying as all hell. I hate this section as Tails. Why? In order to pass that door, you have to kill all the enemies. The problem is, the only way you have to kill that stupid enemy is by throwing bombs at it. And as you know, throwing bombs in this game is a fucking nightmare.
What?
Yeah, I can hear Sonic.
You see what happens is you're supposed to throw a bomb at that pillar there so it can use its magnetism to the balls to destroy enemies. The problem is that it rarely works as intended because, well, this game is a gigantic pile of garbage. So
not helped by the fact that Tails' flying is incredibly gimped here. So...
The problem is that, again, when I'm aiming the bomb, I have to stay still unprotected. So it's incredibly easy to die in this section. And because of that, I lost my S rank. Because, see, here's the thing about...
you ended on looking at Tails' rear end as
you know what's the sad part, Tail? You know what's the sad part, Tail? There are so many enemies in Sonic's aquatic base that you can literally get an S rank on enemy score alone. If you go out of your way to kill all the enemies, you will guaranteed an S rank, just based on the enemy score. However, I just lost all my score because the fucking game is garbage and forces me to, unprotect myself.
Now I know what... Now here's where things get a little also more annoying. Again, notice how the notice how like the characters fall around whichever character you're playing as. Again, this is reminiscent of Shadow the Hedgehog, where a second player could play as the character who was following
Thank fucking God!
And believe it or not, in Shadow they could actually attack. Here, the second player, I think, can take control of the player character. Oh, I guess they
even
can.
that feature was removed.
Hold on. Well, which is weird because some people do say they're able to get it.
Oh, they are?
I guess it varies depending on which version. But here's the thing, Pedro. Even if you can't, you're not missing anything because they can't attack. All they can do is jump if they're playing as the second character in Sonic 06.
Brilliant!
You know what's weird also? They're going so dark and gritty. You're like, Shadow the Hedgehog had Sonic characters.
You're supposed to homing attack those balls. Don't do it. Just use the Sky Gem like I just did. Why? Because trying to what?
Sonic just ledged his head in there, and it wasn't coming out.
Anyway, you're supposed to homing attack for that section. However, don't do it because it can be dodgy. Let's just say.
Can I be honest about another thing?
Oh, what hit you there? Never mind. That was just a wonky.
The barrier, anyway.
Go ahead.
I respect some Call Me Johnny's opinions on this game, but I don't agree with him. I mean, even why he prefers this over Shadow. The reasons he gives, the level design is more branching, and I'm like, well, yeah, but so what? If the game controls like ours, how am I supposed to enjoy it? We don't get to it half the time.
Sorry, as you said very well, Duaz. The thing about Sonic 06 is that being a huge fan of Sonic Adventure 1 that he is, obviously he can get a bit more enjoyment out of this game than someone who doesn't care for Sonic Adventure. Whereas Shadow the Hedgehog, however, he doesn't care for the mission structure that it has. That's why it's just a matter of what do you prefer, a watered down adventure game or a bad mission structured action game.
I understand that. What I disagree with though is when he says that.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, believe it or not, you can actually smash through those windows if you don't make it in time, Tio.
Anyway, but you don't understand.
They make no difference
cinematic
to you at all.
Go ahead.
Anyway, Joe, what were you saying?
I disagree with Johnny when he says that this game somehow controls better than Shadow. I'm just like, no,
it doesn't.
Absolutely not. One thing about Don't Call Me Johnny, for the most part, he's level-headed, yet when he really doesn't like something, he sometimes lets that cloud his judgment at times.
I don't think it's so much that. It's more so the fact that the thing about Johnny is that he absolutely cannot stand slippery controls. Whereas the problem with the controls in this game is not that they're slippery, it's that they're way too precise and stiff.
Oh, Pedro, are you gonna get the stuck on the wall glitch?
Well, Jova, it's literally impossible to play this game without coming across this glitch.
No. You're absolutely stuck latched on there, and the only way to get off is by dying.
Don't worry, Jova. You'll see more of it as it goes on.
I'll be honest, I think ultra precise controls and ultra slippery controls are just as bad as the other. Ultra slippery because it's easy to fall off the level, and ultra precise because I can just slightly move.
I could use something attack, but.
You know what's sad? Outside of the very last level in the game, that was Knuckles' contribution to the whole thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, as I was saying, I dislike both controls equally. Ultra precise because I could just slightly accidentally move the analog stick to the left, and I would just go veering off course. And ultra slippery because I could just easily fall off the level.
Sure, I understand that. It's just it depends on. It depends on what kind of extreme you're more tolerant, because some people are a bit more tolerant towards one extreme rather than the other.
I wouldn't even say it's just that. With Johnny, it's like, well, again, though, he sometimes does get clouded in his judgment a bit by the most, ironically, the minuscule things, which is ironic because he's often the most level-headed, yet it's the minuscule things that make him go on a tirade. I get it that Shadow the Hedgehog has problems, but from the way he goes about it, going off of him, you'd think that Shadow the Hedgehog was more broken than 06.
To be fair, he never said such a thing. He just said he finds it more boring.
No.
To be honest,
I'm going off of the mentality that he gives, not what he actually says.
Yeah, no, I'll be honest. In terms of how I rank bad games in terms of tolerance, in terms of a tolerance scale, I can tolerate an at least functional game more than an outright unfinished broken game.
Yeah.
For me,
That's why I think,
for me
that's why
personally, I
think
don't.
Genesis is worse than this.
For me personally, I find both games boring. So to
And this
me,
is broke. I'm not saying this isn't broken. I'm just saying it's less broken.
Oh, we know this is broken.
the thing
Yeah,
about
no, I just thought I'd clarify.
see the thing about Shadow is the missions, because there are some missions in Shadow the Hedgehog that, if you ask me,
What the
are
fuck
quite more boring. And because here's the thing about
Pedro, why are you homing attacking the wall here?
because the game sucks ass.
Because the
Jova.
wall thinks this is enemy.
And I
Anyway,
think you're lost now.
see the thing about it, Dwebs, is that to give it Dwebs, two words: artificial chaos. For as bad as this game is, and don't get me wrong, I hate this game, I will give it this. Even the worst of Silver's levels, and even End of the World, if you ask me,
The puzzle.
is more. No, Jova, you can cheat through the puzzle thanks to the.
No.
Talking about Lost Impact.
I know, and even
Yeah.
I know, even in Shadow, you could always not do that mission.
True does, but if you do that,
Although
you'll
if
not be
you're
able
trying
to
to
get
get
to the
the
true
certain
ending.
route.
Yeah, if you're trying to get the true ending,
Wait,
you have to do
wait.
all 10 endings.
Oh,
So.
wait. Hold on. Okay, to be fair, Pedro, you don't have to play the artificial. Wait, the
Yeah,
artificial.
you have to do if you want to get all the endings. Yeah.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Like, that's like on the pure hero, right? However, you can still get to that without doing that level, I'm sure.
True, but at the same time, Jova, we can't just ignore the piece of crap the piece of crap
I'm not
elephant
going
on
to
the
ignore it.
room.
I'm not going to ignore. I'm just saying it is possible to do without doing it. But yes, I acknowledge that level is still an issue. And I will admit
Let me just
that,
finish though,
yeah.
because I was talking. Like it's again, I'll take anything in this game over the artificial chaos missions. Because those missions are so horrendously boring, and it's so easy to get lost in those levels that it's just
I
fucking.
was playing that stage
It's a
for
fucking
over half an hour.
whereas with Sonic 06, as I can demonstrate through this very playthrough that I recorded for our channel, I managed to complete the whole thing very smoothly with only 25 parts, 26 if you want to count the DLC stuff.
No objections there.
In fact, considering there was a part 0 that we did that doesn't count. No, technically 24 parts. I was able to complete this in 24 parts, and I'm pretty sure my Shadow the Hedgehog playthrough is going to be longer than this. That's how easier to get through this game I think it is. But
Although, to be fair, that also has to do with the fact that there's multiple ways to do stuff, and Shadow the Hedgehog has more content than this game.
yeah. Anyway, see you for the finale of Sonic's campaign.
Oh, goody.
See ya.
See ya.